Well, good Saturday morning and greetings once again from Radio Wasteland Records here in Midland. Hopefully your weekend is off to a fantastic start. Going to be a beautiful day outside here in the mid-Michigan area, albeit a little bit warm, but still a beautiful one nonetheless. So if you're noticing something a little bit different this morning, that's because I'm trying out a new webcam and I haven't quite figured out how to get it off of the wide angle setting. And we kind of ran out of time here. So we're just going to go with it. I'll work on this and we'll try to see. But let me know what you think. Is this an improvement? Or are you seeing too much of good old me in the wide angleness here? So a little bit to talk about today, and then we'll get through a lot of good mornings to get through here. There we go. Mike is saying good morning, and good morning to you, sir, as well as Chuck giving us a good morning. That's the dude in the background rolling around. So we'll say good morning to him. Good morning, Jeff and Ann. Happy Saturday to you as well. I got a little bit more of a distance to look from my screen to the camera, so we'll get this fixed as well. Begin the day. I am indeed. And thank you, Joe. Hopefully you are as well. Stick around, Joe. Got an announcement rush-wise coming up here in just a moment. Hang on, we'll get to her. All right, Steve, good morning to you as well as Pat. Good morning. Yeah, long time, Pat. So what, yesterday? How about that? Lots of good mornings today. This is great. Good morning, Mr. Silkman. How are you today? Too hot. Okay, the camera's hot. I'll worry about that. We'll see there. Derek, hey, good morning. Thank you very much. Good improvement. Thank you. And talking about the camera, not me. And Ann says hi to the dude. Dude says hi. He's laying back there. We won't get him out and about. He's comfortable, so we'll let him go. Okay, a couple of quick things to get to this morning, and we'll get off the bat with our good friends over in Scotland, Rushfest Scotland, to be specific. You guys may know that from time to time, we talk with Steve Brown over at Rushfest about the Neil Peart tribute albums. We handled a lot of the U.S. shipping for the Volume 2 of the Neil Peart album. And that went very well. I still have a couple copies of that here in the store, by the way, if anyone is interested in that. But here, oh, that's Volume 2. Let's take a look. There's Volume 2. We'll hold that up in here. But Steve just announced that Volume 3, and this is going to be the third and final one of this series of Neil Peart tribute albums done by Rush tribute artists, is now available for pre-order. The release date on this is coming up in September, and that's going to be for the CD and the digital file, and hopefully the vinyl at that point in time, but we can't guarantee vinyl, as you know, this day and age, that's going to be done in any time frame. The third one, we're going to talk to Steve in the next week or so, and we'll get him up on the YouTube channel to talk about Volume 3, but there's some big names on this one, including Rush, longtime Rush art director Hugh Syme, is doing the artwork for this upcoming one. So it is available for pre-order, and Steve asked that I pass that on to you guys until we get a chance to talk to him. He's trying to get as many pre-orders as he can in to help fund the pressing of the vinyl. So if you just do a search for Rushfest Scotland, or I believe it's Rushfest Scotland.uk, I'll put the link up after the fact in the description below on our YouTube channel as well. But if you just search for Rushfest Scotland or Songs for Neil, you'll find that info on there. But we'll get the pre-order information up for you guys. And if you're local and you want to get one of these, you can still pre-order through the site. So your money goes directly to the Rushfest folks, which then in turn goes to the cancer research studies, and we can pick up here. But we'll also be handling shipping from Radio Wasteland when the vinyl does come, hopefully in September as well. So we'll just have to stay tuned for that, but look for that link, by the way. Okay, speaking of Rush and a couple of new releases this week, we'll dive right in. This one is called A Tribute to Rush, not to be confused, as I said, with the Rushfest Scotland one and the Songs for Neil. This is something brand new. Opened one of these up to give it a listen. It's got the likes of, Brent Allman, Sebastian Bach, Fate's Warning is on here. Randy Jackson, not that Randy Jackson, a different one. Vinnie Moore, Steve Morris is on here. Kip Winger, Mark Slaughter, Jack Russell, Billy Sheehan. So lots of great hard rock and metal artists on this one, kind of singing Rush songs. And well, that's cool. It's got a strange feel to it. I'm not trying to besmirch. If you're a Rush fan, you want a copy of this. Don't get me wrong. It's just not the same. All of these singers, while good, are not quite in that Geddy Lee range. And some of you may like that, from judging from some people that I know that don't really like Geddy's vocals, but still kind of a cool one all the same. It's a double LP. We've got some great stuff on here, everything from Working Man through Limelight and Tom Sawyer, Spirit of Radio, 2112 on here, Red Barchetta, Natural Science, Anthem, which is always a cool one, and Jacob's Ladder. So some great ones here. If you're a Rush fan, look for this on double red vinyl. We do have, I think, 2 or 3 copies in the store as well. Other new releases this week include brand new stuff from Tyler, the Creator. Call Me If You Get Lost. I believe, man, I don't know. Is this on colored vinyl? I have to go back and look. I don't think it is, but it very well could be. Big stuff here from Warren Zevon. We talked about this on our preview show last Saturday. By the way, check for that later in the afternoon on Saturday. We're going to be doing all of our upcoming release previews to give you a chance to pre-order. But this one is called Preludes from Warren Zevon. It's rare and unreleased recordings. 27 tracks, including previously unreleased compositions, includes an original demo version of Werewolf of London. Double vinyl set, includes a 20-page book as well. Now, the story again goes on this is that Warren Zevon's son, after Warren's death, discovered a large piano-sized case of unreleased recording stuff that Zevon had saved and worked on. So they've been working on that for a few years and released this double LP. Very cool to have. We've got one of those in the store. Okay, other new releases. Brand new album from blues legend John Mayall. The Sun Is Shining Down. Haven't given this a listen yet, but I'm looking forward to that as well. Here is another reissue of Unplugged in Boston by Megadeth. This one is on splatter vinyl. Not sure if you can see that. It's a green and black splatter. So live stuff, unplugged, acoustic live stuff from Megadeth in there. Now, a couple of other recent releases. You cannot go wrong with music on vinyl. I love that label. And this is a MOV reissue of Cracker and their self-titled Cracker brand LP. Some great songs on here. Teen Angst on here, What the World Needs Now, I See the Light. Oh, geez. And I won't say that one, but Happy Birthday to Me. I like Cracker. One of these is opened up for the personal collection for review purposes, but a great, cool song, a great, cool band. Now I have to find that other, their other one as well. Okay, Samantha Fish. This one was delayed a couple of weeks. This is a vinyl pressing of Black Wind Howlin'. Not a new album from Samantha Fish, but goes back a little while, I think to 2013. Watch that there or so. And so it's her older blues stuff. And so this is now pressed on vinyl, but not new Samantha Fish. That is what this one is faster. So we did finally get a copy or two of Black Wind Howlin'. If you like some good Samantha Fish blues, be on the lookout. In July, there's a live album coming from Samantha Fish. And then just because we got a couple of her older albums, a copy of Faster and Chills and Fever, if you wish, we've got those in stock as well. Fun one here from, it's the 13th Trip, and this is from Ridin' Easy Records. And this is a reissue of a Various Artists LP. Got a little familiar with this out of the clear blue because I found a 7-inch single version of one of the songs on here by a Michigan group called Master Dance, D-A-N-S-E, Feeling Dead. They're from Detroit. And I'd seen when I was researching that 7-inch that was on this particular Various Artists compilation from several years back. And this is kind of a rarity in and of itself. Well, then lo and behold, I see this being reissued. And so this is entitled Heavy Rock from the Underground Come Down, Brown Acid, the 13th Trip. And so this is a lot of just absolutely obscure underground acid rock bands from the late 60s and early 70s. Actually, let's just call it all. Nope, there's one from 67. QC from Canada. Okay, let's see. Max, I'm sorry. Ralph Williams, Gaida, John Kitke, Bacchus, Master Dance, Orchid, Dry Ice, and Good Humor. Okay, there's another Michigan one on here I'll have to check out from Warren. So Good Humor, and the song is Detroit from 1976. So rarities in and of themselves kind of gathered together on this cool acid rock compilation. A couple of them in there, and I think it's on brown vinyl. We'll have to double check. Record Store Day from, wow, was that just a week ago already or a week plus? We did get a couple more leftover Record Store Day releases in. We didn't have this one on the drop day, but 50 years of television's greatest hits, which is 60 50 years and 62 of the best themes from the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. And classic hits from Miami Vice, Charlie's Angels, Sesame Street, MASH, Star Trek, Mission Impossible, Wonder Woman's on here, Bewitched, Hawaii Five-0, and many more. It's a double LP. I managed to get one of these, and it's not old. You know, you see a lot of these older TV ones, and they're all 60s and 70s TV shows. This one does go up. I see Charmed in here, Dexter's theme song, Home Improvement, The Kids in the Hall. I didn't catch that before, but Shadowy Men from a Shadowy Planet, or Shadowy Men on a Shadowy Planet, doing the theme song from Kids in the Hall, which, by the way, if you've not seen their new season, prepare to be offended. Other Record Store Day stuff. I've got one more copy of Prince's Gold Experience, one copy left of Pearl Jam live on two legs. This is the last one in the store and the last one we're going to get. And a couple of compilations of the Go Ahead Punk, Make My Day. Hard for me to think of this as punk because it's 90s hard rock punk. So you're seeing folks like AFI, Guttermouth on here, The Offspring, and the Vandals, which, okay, we'll call them punk as well, but kind of a neat compilation from there. And we got two copies of that one floating around. Okay. Other quick news. Let's see here. A couple other quick hellos. Wow, you guys are saying hey this morning. Good morning. From Jeff. There we go. From Texas. How that, man? Check it out. Dave saying good morning. Thank you for being here. Kristen as well. Good morning to you. Mr. Carlson, will a non-Rush fan want that album? That is a good question. He's talking, of course, of the Rush tribute, not the Neil Peart tribute, but the Rush tribute. Will a non-Rush fan like this album? That, I mean, if you are the type of person who doesn't like Rush based on Geddy Lee's vocals, then yes, you will. If you are a true Rush fan, you probably want this in your collection because you're a Rush fan, but it may not be a go-to. The vocals are a lot less edgier than Geddy Lee's vocals, but they still do try to get up in there. But it's an interesting compilation. Steve, when you stop in next, I'll throw it on. I do have an open copy, so we'll give that a listen. Mike kicks in. A lot of tribute albums are like that. They don't sound the same. And that's right. You cannot improve upon the originals. And that's why they're tribute albums. And it's always a hit and miss with a lot of these. And there is a lot of them out and even more coming out as well. And Pat saying Sam with the triple hearts. Indeed. What a great artist. So, okay, speaking of the blues and Samantha Fish, some of you may have heard about this, but we've been acquiring a few different used collections here and there over the past couple of weeks, probably too much. We had that big metal one, it wasn't a big metal collection, but it was big metal in through there. There's going to be some more of that in the next week or so. So be on the lookout for that. I bought a blues collection a couple of weeks back down in Saginaw with a lot of blues, a lot of funk, a lot of soul music in there. And it's interesting. They're mostly going to be reissues. So they're not going to be high dollar blues, which means that you're going to get a lot of great blues artists. That started hitting yesterday, by the way. Go back and look at our drop video and you'll see a few in there. And there still is quite a few left. And then lastly, earlier this week, I picked up a rock collection. And this is a well-loved collection, as we say. So this one's going to be an interesting go because normally when you get rock like Zeppelin and Floyd and those, and you try to get some decent dollars, and they're worth a lot on Discogs, but this collection is so well used and well loved that these things are going to be in the $5 to $10 range. And so that's great for a lot of younger collectors who are getting into this, and maybe they don't want to pay $30, $40 to $50 for a first pressing. So be on the lookout for this because we're going to have a lot of great rock that's going to be tremendously affordable over the next month or two here at the store. So just pay attention to our Friday drop videos. You'll see that stuff as it comes in. By the way, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're still teetering on the upper 800s, which is great, but would always like to get a few more of those subscribers in there. Like, comment, share, do all that great stuff you got to do. One more quick comment from David, the tribute albums. Their singer, yeah, they're older hair band guys, so their voices are not what they were 20 years ago. And agreed, but a lot of these recordings are not new. Some of these recordings are older recordings on there because some of the artists mentioned on that are now deceased as well. So, and Marie saying nice. Yes, I'm thinking the affordable vinyl. Okay, I see we are up on time. I'm going to get on with the day. The dude is chilling out. We're going to turn the air conditioning on and get the vinyl spinning. So if you want to stop by, come by and see us. We're at 716 George Street, just north of downtown Midland. We'll be here from, well, now until 6 p.m. tonight, and then tomorrow, Sunday, from 12 noon until 5 p.m. Closed again on Monday and Tuesday per normal, but then back at it as we go through the week. I'm getting a text message over there. It's probably from Kim, who's jumping with Blue this weekend. You're probably telling me to wrap it up. So, all right, folks, you have a great weekend. I'll do so. And we will talk to you next time from the Wasteland. It'll be July, for crying out loud. Holy cow. Can you believe that we're into it? Okay, I'm done. Come see us. We're here today. You guys have a great one, and we'll talk to you next time from the Wasteland with hopefully the webcam issues worked out.